is very, very good. We were friends long before we launched on space station. So nobody's really being forced to live here, and it's a pleasure just spending time with these great crew members that I've got, and to get a chance to do the work we do and do that all together is fantastic. There's not specific cultural requirements that I know of. We basically get evaluated during the course of our selection for missions and as cosmonauts and astronauts before we even begin. And then we also do a lot of training together in difficult situations, and they include winter survival training, water survival training. We do a national outdoor leadership school training. We train in an underwater laboratory in the Florida Keys, many of us. So we've had a lot of chance to be in confined environments, in stressful environments together. It varies from person to person. For myself, coming to space from the Earth environment is really easy. The transition to weightlessness is very easy. When I returned to Earth after at least my shuttle mission, getting used to gravity again was much harder for me. It took me several days before I was back running as much as I used to before and lifting weights. So for me, the trip up's easy. The trip back's a little tougher. Tony, we're about 400 kilometers over the surface of the Earth, and this is a good height because we don't have a significant amount of drag from the Earth's atmosphere, so the space station isn't being pulled down too fast, but at the same so we don't have to expend fuel to continually reboost it as often as otherwise would be the case, and it's also a convenient height for visiting vehicles to get to. They don't need a lot of fuel, or as much fuel as if we were orbiting at 500 or 600 kilometers. Flight path is controlled by thrusters that are on the Russian segment modules, by the European automated transfer vehicle module, by Soyuz modules. That takes care of translation. Attitude, in general, that's the orientation of the space station relative to the Earth. That is generally maintained by giant control moment gyros, big spinning flywheels that are on the U.S. segment. Over. I'm doing a spacewalk. We bring a little bit of space station or a little bit of planet Earth with us in the form of the atmosphere, the pressurized air inside of a spacesuit. That does a lot of the protection. It provides us oxygen, and it keeps the nitrogen from bubbling off in our blood, giving us relief in case of events. It also protects us somewhat from radiation, and it protects us from the thermal extremes of operations outside the spacecraft.
Comincia a prendere il segnale. Sente ancora leggermente in sottofondo, ma ormai non si riesce più a prendere.
Capsule type spacecraft very quickly. I did not copy the next question, but it is from Iari, and I think I know what the question was. Okay, and that was how do you feel when watching your son stand out? To me, it never gets on.
Ormai è scomparsa. Siamo fuori dal raggio.
Interessante. Stazione Spaziale Internazionale con trasmissione da bordo da parte di Oscar Romeo 4 India Sierra Sierra IZ3QAQ.